The ninth race at Yonkers on Friday night is the $500,000 Messenger Pace, the first leg of the Pacing Triple Crown. It's a strong field with lots of contenders here, and we're going to take a look at them right now. Matt, this could go to a lot of horses.
It's hard to throw out anybody, at least to, in the top four when you look at the exotics, trifectas and down to superfectas. But it certainly makes for an interesting affair with a very talented horse on the far outside, and some good logical speed horses on the inside. And it's all a question of how hard these speed horses on the inside have to be used. And then you have American Courage, who's 10 for 11 lifetime. Will mix things up there also. He's going to be on the move early. So certainly makes for an interesting affair and a pretty solid betting race.
Both the morning line favorite and second choice, Charlie May and American Courage, were in the first limb, and we're going to take a look at that replay right now, where American Courage certainly was the fastest limb winner, and Charlie May closes up fast along the inside.
Yeah, American Courage, once he made his way to the lead, set a pretty decent clip. You see a pretty quick third quarter, and he's pretty much wrapped up. But Charlie May, I like the way he was able to leave the gate. He got out of the gate in very good order to set up a decent trip, or at least to be able to sit close up, and then he was able to find room and finish well. So I love the strong speed at the beginning of the mile and at the end of the mile. And now from an inside post, or at least post three, that increases his chances a little bit more, because he might have the tactical edge on American Courage.
While it was a bit uneventful for American Courage, a buck of Ben Hanover had things go a little bit differently. Had a problem on the first turn, kind of veered sharply to the right into the first turn. I spoke to trainer Tony Alagna, and he said they made an equipment change, and they put a gating pole on instead of a gating strap, and he kind of hit that, and he got spooked and flipped out, so to speak, and made a turn. We're going to take a look and see how he finished up that mile, which was pretty impressive.
After he kind of settled down and was able to stay pacing in the first turn, which I think was the most important thing. You see, he comes first up into a very well-rated, I'll drink to that, with the Dexter on the front end. Again, maybe a little touchy here on the turn here, but once he's able to get straightened out, you see he has no problem rolling by. I'll drink to that, and he ends up being a very, very comfortable winner at a very short price as a 1-9 favorite as part of the Alagna entry. So now, if you like him in the final from the 8-hole, forget 1-9, you might be looking at the 10-1. So certainly makes things very interesting for the betting public. Maybe not as interesting or for the connection to the horse, but he's one of a number of variables in here that makes it a very intriguing race.
To me, a horse like Charlie May is kind of the wise guy horse, but he's also the wise guy horse on the morning line, because they made him the 2-1 favorite here. And I was thinking that, he wouldn't be the morning line favorite. I kind of thought that American Courage would be off his win. He obviously has speed on the half-mile track, and that's who I ended up going with in this race. American Courage, who is the horse that I thought coming into the race was the best horse. And nothing has changed from what I saw in the elimination effort. It was a spectacular effort. I think there's a lot left still in the tank, and I think he's going to the front and he's going to win. If a buck of Ben Hanover works out the right trip, yeah, he's certainly a really good horse. Charlie May, I just think he's going to be overbet, in my opinion. I'll drink to that. Could be a horse who I threw on the ticket, who could be involved there, in my opinion, because he's got early speed. He's 6 for 6 first or second this year. He's going to be close to the pace. Maybe he gets in there at a decent number.
Well, I think it all comes down to your top choice, American Courage. If he can make the lead, and if he does make the lead, how hard he's used to make the lead. Because in all of his career wins, he's basically always done on the front end, just because he's been the best and you put him on the front. Will he have to rough it now, make a second move and have to come first up if he can't make the lead? I think it's kind of possible, because you have I'll drink to that. You have my top choice, Charlie May. You have Chase H. Hanover, another Pride of Ohio horse that's in here, along with Charlie May, who all showed solid speed in elimination and have obviously shown solid speed over the career. How easily are those three going to line up early on? And who's going to make the top? And is American Courage going to get released to the front? That's the big question, because if not, I'm not convinced that he can, overcome a 2-move trip in order to get it done. So, me personally, I'm hoping he doesn't make the front, and I'm hoping Charlie May can make the lead, secure the front. I'll take my chances from there.
Well, Matt's going Charlie May. I'm going American Courage. It's a $500,000 race, the Messenger. It's going to be a great one. Let's see who wins.